Good morning, my loves. Happy Thursday. Beautiful day here at the lake. As always, bright, sunny, and hot. Summer in Arizona, what do you expect? I had a very interesting conversation last evening, late yesterday afternoon, with someone. They're transient, homeless. I had some errands to run when I finished with work, and I encountered this person. And I mean, we've all encountered homeless people, vagrants, transients. There was something different about this person. You could tell by how they carried themselves and how they spoke. This was an educated person. This wasn't somebody that had a drug addiction that was just, holding up a sign, will work for food. This is something had happened. And we just struck up a brief conversation. And, we gripe every day about things that, you're running late to work, the kids are sick, the dog or cat's sick, vacation is canceled. Honey, those issues that would be a blessing to people like this, that don't have a job, that don't have a family, that don't have a place to live. Now, in this person's situation, they had just moved to Arizona not long ago, moved in with a friend that they had known. It was a planned move. They moved in with this person. Everything was going relatively okay until the friend was busted. Yeah, in their car. So their car is impounded. They don't have a car. The place where they were staying was the friend's place. So when the friend got locked up, rent was missed. Landlord locked the door. All this person got were the clothes on their back and what little they could put in a bag. That's it. They don't know anybody else. They've tried, getting by, going to shelters. It's not working. They don't have a job yet. They don't have a home. They can't get government assistance because they don't have a home address. Yeah. It's just one obstacle after another. And they needed a safe space to vent. Bless their heart, they cried. I took them to eat. And I don't mean McDonald's. We sat down and we had a meal. They cried and they cried. They just needed to vent. And this lasted, well over 2 hours. I heard the story. And it's not that uncommon. I mean, this could happen to you. It could happen to anybody we know. You move in with somebody, everything's great. They borrow your car, they get busted. You didn't know they had warrants, serious warrants. They're busted. The car's impounded because there's drugs and weapons in that car. You had no idea, they're not yours. You lose your home, you lose your car, you lose everything. Shit, now what? This person is a college graduate, very articulate. Life has been very, very crappy to them lately. We enjoyed the meal. And I told them, just let me be your fairy godmother for the evening. And I fed them, not at my home. We went to a restaurant, sat down, had a nice meal. We went to Walmart and Target. They got some clothes. They have a job interview coming up, and they were in such a panic. That's why they were so upset. They have a job interview. And they really need the job. They really want the job. The job is definitely below what they're used to earning. But right now, they realize beggars can't be choosers. It's a job. But it's a good job with benefits. They didn't have anything to wear because everything that they have to wear is locked in the apartment and the landlord won't let her back in. Great. We got hygiene products, a little bit of makeup, some clothes. I got her into a hotel for a week so she can go to her job interview tomorrow. Today, she is going to rest, she is going to bathe, she is going to hydrate, she is going to sleep so she looks civilized when she goes to that job interview. And I know she'll be calling me later today. She doesn't drink, she doesn't use drugs, she doesn't have any children. She's very educated, very articulate. Life just happened. It could happen to anybody. It can happen. I don't think I've been screwed over on this at all. Not at all. I know she's going to be okay. I gave her some other job opportunities that I am aware of, that if she isn't hired by this place, she will be, I'm sure, hired by this other place relatively quickly, but it's just a matter of survival until that time. Now, I am not going to, pay her bills and support her. I got her into a hotel for the rest of the week. Well, from last night till next Saturday, I guess. So it's like a week. It's, I did not put her up at the Marriott, something really, really expensive, but it's a nice hotel. She has a refrigerator, a bed, a shower. She has everything that she needs to be okay, to kind of regroup, get out of the heat, because it's been hotter than hell here. She's not used to this. She's from back east, and the heat is killing her. So let's just, take a breath, sleep, hydrate, eat. She has my number to call me. Go over her resume. She has her resume. Go over it. Be ready for your interview. She will be. She'll be fine. She will be fine. And then I gave her resources to call that will help her moving forward. She's going to be okay. But when life hits us and we have our inconveniences, you're running late to work. Well, honey, you got a job. Not everybody does. Oh my God, the kids are fighting. You have a family. Not everybody does. Yeah. What am I going to cook for dinner? Oh my gosh, I can't decide. You have food. At least you have a choice to make. Some people don't even have that. Count your blessings. Count your blessings. Because your problems today, honey, that is somebody's dream life. Also, be kind. Be kind. Bottom line, be kind. Sometimes people need a safe place to vent. This person was dehydrated. Yesterday was 106 here. They were dehydrated. They were exhausted. They were scared to death. It's okay. It's okay. Also, one other little tiny issue. They were afraid to call home and tell the family what happened. Because the family was going to say, told you so. We told you not to move there. We told you. This is not the time for I told you so's. This is the time for how can we help? What do you want from me? How can I help you? Last night or today, she's going to call the family and then let me know how it goes. It's okay to say I made a mistake and I moved out here. You were right, I was wrong. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Nothing at all. Admit your mistakes. We're human. And I said, there's a chance they may send you an airline ticket and say, just come home. Let me know if they do. She was worried about paying me back. Honey, that is no, you don't worry about paying me back, because I want you someday to pay this forward to help somebody else that just life has smacked them upside the head and knocked them flat. Pay it forward. It can happen to anybody. Don't be afraid to admit your mistakes. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Just be thankful for what you do have. I wish her the very, very best. I think she's going to be okay. I'll find out. I'll keep you posted. But bless her heart, I just felt really bad for her. It can happen to anybody. They're for the grace of God, You never know.